Hello everybody and welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to build this multi-item sorting system. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's tutorial. And to start off today's video, we are going to be doing a materials list. So if you look at the front of this sorting system, you can see 5 chest segments, and each of these has their own little module behind it. So all you're going to be doing is building these modules side by side, so you could, in theory, have as many of these as you wanted if you wired them up properly. So for the materials list, you're going to be multiplying this top row by the number of chests that you want. So if you want 3 segments, then you're going to be multiplying this top row by 3, and then this bottom row right here is for the clock that powers the entire thing. Along with that, you're also going to want to bring along some solid blocks and some glass blocks, and you're also going to want to bring some extra redstone and repeaters for our actual clock mechanism that stops the system. So with that being said, yeah, come back when you have all the materials. Also, real quick, for those of you who don't know what a multi-item sorting system is, it is an item sorter that sorts out your items in these chests, and it's arguably one of the best sorting systems because of the ease of switching out the sorters. So if you're like, I have no place to sort my glowstone, then all you would do is come into this chest and you would remove some of these blocks and then add in a couple strips of glowstone, and boom, you are now sorting out glowstone. So it's super useful for that point. However, you do need to fill in all of the chest slots or it will break. So make sure that every single chest slot is filled, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how a multi-item sorting system works. It's the best, it's awesome, and yeah, just let's get into the tutorial. Alright, now that you have your materials, let's take a look at the actual footprint of the build. So if we come over here, the quartz blocks are the actual modules, and the iron blocks is the clock mechanism and stop mechanism. So if we come over to our more realistic design, you can see that our redstone lines are fairly compact if you want them to be. And with that being said, pretty much the entire design is super compact. So I highly recommend following along very carefully, because the last thing you want is to be replacing that repeater right there and having to start mining stuff. But yeah, and with that, I'm also going to explain in some more detail about expanding this, because obviously as you expand it, the footprint will get larger, but for the most part, it's pretty much just add more iron blocks here and more quartz blocks. Obviously, when I say iron and quartz, though, I mean the actual modules and the stopping mechanisms. But yeah, I'm rambling on here. Let's get into the actual tutorial and yeah, get your materials ready. Alright, so we're going to get into actually building it now, but first, make sure that there's a 3-block gap beneath your floor that goes all the way back to the farthest quartz block. With that being said, let's get into actually building it, and we are going to start off with the clock module. So what you want to do is you want to find this quartz block, and you want to place a block 3 blocks above it with a redstone torch right here, and then connect this up with a little C shape made out of blocks, and just connect this all up like that. Then what you want to do is you want to have a redstone dust right here, and then 2 repeaters just like that, and 1 right here as well. Set this one to 4 ticks, this one to 4 ticks, and this one to 2 ticks, and then you want to connect this up with 2 blocks and 2 redstone dust, just like that, and it should create this little clock system. Make sure that the timings are right on this for sure, because this is the main clock for the entire system, and it is probably the most important part of the entire thing. Then what you want to do is you want to connect up all of these blocks just like this. However, on this part right here, you want to place them 1 block down just like that. And then you're going to connect this up with redstone dust right here, a repeater going into that redstone dust, and then connect this up all the way back until here, where you want to place another redstone repeater and another redstone dust, just like that. Then you want to grab a lever. I think I didn't include this in the materials list, but you will need a lever, and this is going to go right above this little corner piece of redstone dust, and this is just so that you manually turn it on and off, because sometimes with comparator clocks, you can get it stuck and, well, items will be left in your droppers, which is not good, and you do not want that. So that's why there is a manual start and stop. Also, it's less resource intensive, and it is also a lot easier to keep track of. So yeah, let's get into actually building the module now, and we're going to start off with the observer towers. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to place down a double chest right here, and this will be your input chest right in front of the lever, 1 block gap, and then make 6 double chests stacked on top of one another, so 4, 5, and 6. From there, what you want to do is you want to grab your hoppers and you're going to run those into the backs of all of these. And then you will have 2 temporary blocks and then run 2 more hoppers into those. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to come back here, and on the farthest quartz blocks, you're going to build up by 3 hoppers and then run hoppers into one another so that you create a little loop. Throw an item in here and make sure it cycles around, which it is. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to place a block on the rightmost hopper. So from this perspective, it's the rightmost. And then you want to place down a comparator with a observer right here, redstone torch, observer, redstone torch, and an observer, redstone torch, observer, redstone torch. So that part is a little bit tricky to do in survival mode. But yeah, from here, what you're going to do is you're going to take observer from all of these. And from there, what you're going to do is you're going to place blocks running up these observers with droppers running into one another all the way up and along. And the reason for the pink wool is this makes the droppers silent. And then at the top here, what you're going to do is you're going to run hoppers across here. So this is a little hopper line and it connects all the way up to this dropper right here. And that is it for the actual observer line. The only thing that we have left to do is finish up our redstone lines and do the actual redstone bit right here. So let's do that, and yeah. Alright, there are only a few more things that we have to do, and one of those things is connecting up the input chest, because at the moment we literally have no way to start the system. So what we're going to do is we are going to run this into this block right here. So we want to have the hopper taking from this chest, and then it's going to go up and around and down. And then we're also going to connect these up in a minute. However, I will have to copy and paste this build a couple times so that we have a couple modules. And then one last thing is actually getting the stopping mechanism on this hopper. So what we want to do is simply just run it up like so. And then we want a redstone repeater right here. And so when this is on, then this clock is no longer running. And that is pretty much it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this a couple times so that we have a couple modules, and then I'll show you how to link up the hopper lines. Alright, so in front of me I've got 4 modules, and if we come around back we can take a quick look at the redstone lines. So when I keep talking about these and saying, oh yeah, we can expand them, I literally mean they're literally copied. So it's the exact same all the way across, and this is literally just a stopping mechanism, so that's super simple. If we come over here, the only thing that we still have to do is connect up the hopper lines, and this is a little bit different because there's no actual like way that you can specifically connect them up, so it's kind of just free-formed. However, there is a certain pattern to it. So if we come over here, this is the first line. What we want to do is we want to break this, and then we want to make sure that there is a block running into it. So you might have to remove a couple of your floor blocks, but you don't want to remove any of the redstone. Trust me, I did that and it is a pain to fix. So just make sure that you're not breaking any redstone, and you want to come in here and you want to just connect it up to the next module. So for this one, we want to break this and this, so we want to run it into here. So we're going to run over here and then connect it back and over and in. So now this first module is connected to the second module, and the items will carry over and go up the second item elevator. And then for the second one, we just need to get in again. So as you can see, it's going to take a while, but you want to take your time on this because you don't want to break any blocks. So then it would be this one, yep, right here. And you want to run it to the side and out, and then you want this one running into here, and then here, here, and this one goes into here, and this runs back. So as you can see, you just kind of have to look at it and get it going. So you will need a couple extra hoppers, but yeah, you really don't want to remove any redstone. So yeah, this one, and then this one would just connect over to the next. Wait, oh, I did miss one. All right, so this one would connect up to the next hopper, or the next dropper right here, just like that. And then this one connects over and in, and then this one connects right here. There we go. All right, so as you can see, there's a pattern to it. Pretty much you just have to weave them in and out and connect them up to the next one. But again, you really do not want to be breaking any redstone, so avoid that at all costs. And that is it. You guys now have a brand new multi-item sorting system. So hopefully you guys found this video useful, and hopefully you find your new multi-item sorting system useful as well. With that being said, if you guys have any issues, the comment section is always open, and also I have a Discord link in the description. Go and check that out, and I can help you guys there. With that being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy and there's no issues, and consider subscribing and leaving a like, and that is going to do it for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.